Hey guys, Romie here. Please like, comment, subscribe. Now, this is Real Housewives Season 9, Episode 9, Char-lotta Drama. How it starts off is with Kenya and Cynthia. Kenya and Cynthia, for whatever reason, they decide, let's go to the dog grooming place so that we can go and wash our own dogs. Cynthia's like, first of all, my dog is pampered. I don't wash him. He doesn't understand the concept of being washed by anyone except for his shampoo girl. But Kenya's there because she wants to go and talk about how your ex-husband actually invited me to go and do a gig, and he's paying. It's on the books, so I'm definitely going to get my money. But I wanted to make sure that you, one, knew about it, and two, that you're cool. And of course, Cynthia is like, yeah, get your money. But I think it's kind of odd that Peter didn't go and tell me anything about it. Why would he? Why would he? At this point, you made it pretty clear that you want some space, you want some time to yourself, you want you to remain as friends, but you seem to want a lot. Cynthia, you want a lot, and even though on one hand I respect that, on the other hand it's kind of like you broke it off with him. So he's trying to figure out what's too much, what's not enough. We get it. You feel like, oh, so he can go and invite my friend, but not invite me. A side note, why did Kenya go and actually wash that poor dog? That dog had that look of, really? Really? You gonna do this to me? Really? Todd goes down to meet with Peter because, of course, Todd's going to be there to support his friend. Peter went and he got himself a new car. I'm looking at this like, wait a minute now. How is it that Cynthia and Peter are doing better separately than they are together? It makes sense because a lot of times, relationship-wise, that does happen with people, but it just seems a little too fast. It just seems a little too fast, unless things weren't as bad as we thought they were recently. We knew it was bad in the beginning, but maybe not recently. Now, the other factor is, Kenya also wanted it to be known that Peter wanted to invite Matt, because they're buddies. They're not really friends, they're buddies. And so once you become a certain age, you don't really make new friends like that. So I guess like, oh, this person, he's going through some rough times, he seemed like a cool dude, why not invite him? Kenya said, cool, why not? She doesn't want to block him, his friendships, or a buddyship, what have you. But, we'll see what happens there because, like I said, right now Kenya's thinking, no, that's okay. Matt's still acting a little funky, but again, I'm not going to do anything to mess up his friendship. Peter goes and he decides to go and take this really nice Mercedes, convertible Mercedes. It's like, when you're a family man, you can't get stuff like this. I'm thinking when, you're building up a business and all your money's going to the business, you normally can't go and do, get stuff like that. But I guess now you're stable, your last business brought in money, so I think the location was the issue with the previous one. So, but he did make money off of it. So shout out to Peter. Shout out to him for doing well. This is what we really want to see. Black people with businesses, well established. That's what the show was supposed to be about, especially for the women. So I'm not going to hate or be fake and phony about it. I think this is great. Regardless of if their relationship's still weird. I'm like, both of them want. So anyway. Portia invites her brother over because they have to go and pack the rest of their things. Side note, I already forgot that Portia, her place was a rental. I forgot about that. And shout out to Portia again because I remember when people were saying, oh, Portia can't be doing this. Oh, Portia can't be doing that because look at her. She's cute, she's pretty, but aside from that, there's not much up here. There's not much up here. And because there's not much up here, and she's the bobblehead, this, that, she's going to fail. She's not going to be able to afford the house. Remember, people on the show were essentially kind of giving off that energy, saying some snide remarks. But look at her now. She's moving, and she's looking at a place for $1.8 million. She has one established job, another one that technically can come and go, and that's really more so Real Housewives at this point. Because remember, they had her, they demoted her and all that. But Dish Nation, she's been doing well. The show is doing well, so that's not going away. So shout out to her. So she's getting at least 2 checks now, along from hosting. And shout out to Portia. Now we need to figure out this whole family life balance thing, because we know that's what she wants. Apparently, Sheree, I'm thinking, the season when she was kicked off, I was like, dang, I'm gonna get these. Because I'm like, what's the real motivation behind this? You get kicked off the show or you don't get asked back. And so it's like, I'm going to write a book. yeah, I'll write a book. I'll write a book about this foolishness. Or it could have been when she came back. It's like, now that I'm back, I'm going to write a book about this foolishness. And the book is going to be loosely based off of her life and also people that she dealt with. I'm thinking, okay, lawsuit. Lawsuit! Because anyone say lawsuit? But I guess how they're going to structure it, because it's going to be very loosely based, no one's really going to care that much. It's probably going to be more like tantalizing, not necessarily scandalous stuff, but it's like, oh, it's like, I thought I heard that, but you just partially confirmed me. Okay, cool, whatever. Look, am I going to read the book? No. Am I going to know anyone who's going to buy the book? Maybe. Maybe. Shout out to Sheree, because we've been telling Sheree she needs to do something else. But aside from this book thing, when are you going to get the exercise stuff up? Like, really? Because Sheree, you could be inspiring a lot. It's a new year, come on. You could be inspiring a lot of people. You really could. Or at least if nothing else, fake inspiring them to think that they're going to do better, whether they actually do or not. Candy has her bedroom candy event, and because here's how it works. Candy has people who technically are kind of on her payroll. It's kind of like with me and YouTube. How, even though of course I have a day job that pays for virtually everything else, YouTube, I do the videos, I get a percentage, YouTube gets almost half of that, and you know, it is what it is. Similar situation, except for Candy's like, you can make up to 60% selling the bedroom candy stuff, and now they're bringing a new product line, stuff for same-sex couples. And I was like, wait, what? What the hell is that? It's like, oh, these are for lesbians. Oh, how does? Oh, anyway, like, oh, okay. Candy's major issue though is with her ex-business partner. Well, I'm calling him ex-business partner because that's what it is now. Johnny. Johnny is the guy who she used for her wedding along with other things. He went from like being partially the manager of the candy factory to being an event planner to being a driver. Johnny had every position you could imagine in that type of job like that. And so Candy's over Johnny because Johnny's whole position is, I love you and I appreciate you originally, but you kind of screwed me over because you fired me. You know, it's all good until I'm fired, just like it's all good until you guys aren't friends, so then you open your mouth and spill everyone's secrets. Now, I get it. I get it. People are saying, oh, Candy, you shouldn't have said what you... well, no. Some people are saying, oh, Phaedra started this. And yes, Phaedra did start it. And my whole thing is, if Candy's going to say anything, she should have just went at Phaedra when things were going bad with her husband from the start. But no, just like how when her mom was kind of going in on Todd, and she was kind of trying to stop it, but not really, that's the same approach that she took with Phaedra. And we get it. It's like, okay, they have their own separate issue. But no, if someone's coming after your husband, then you have the right to say, no, you need to chill. Or even fiance, you have the right to say, no, you need to chill out with that, and that's not cool. And how you saying that when this and that? That's when that comes out, and that's when I can see, okay, I get it from that point of view. But now, at this point, that's the reason why I'm looking at it like, okay, I don't agree with it, with you saying something now, but my whole point was I wanted you to say something to begin with. Fast forward, Candy's having another issue with Johnny, and he got fired because his quality of work was decreasing because he has his main company, and he's been putting more focus on the main company than on her company. And we get it. Normally, that would be fine. That would be cool. It would just be end and deaded right there. But no, now is the day of the event, and Candy's there, and now Candy, because this is, you know, new Candy, 26. It's that at the time that was still 2016. And Candy had this I guess developed this mentality of, and I'm not taking anything for no one anymore, which is fine. Which is fine, especially as a grown woman. I respect that. But there's still a way to do it and to get your point across and not come across as anything else than, you know, just a strong person, strong woman, or if you're a man, strong man. Candy's just like, I don't care. Here's the thing. You went and decided that you want to work with me. Perfect. Originally, things were great. your quality of work started to decrease. If you had a problem with me, why don't you just say so? Because now I have to go on social media and see that you have a problem with me, and you're taking this group picture and it's with us and it's talking about being fake and phony and all of that. But the reality is, you were the one who weren't doing what needed to be done. And he said, I get it, but if we worked together so closely for so long, why couldn't you just go and tell me that? How come you had Don Juan tell me and then fire me? Now, my whole thing is, I feel a certain way if Candy already told him that things were kind of slipping and he needed to do better and improve, and he didn't, that's one thing. But if Candy didn't say anything like how she's shown that she doesn't sometimes, and then it's like all of a sudden now I'm being fired, and I'm being fired by her manager instead of her, even though I worked very closely with her, or at least have even the manager say, you know, you need to ship up because some of these things are falling through, and we want to see an improvement. Look, it is a real business, so they might have had a talk with him, and this is just a fallout from it. But if that didn't happen, then that whole conversation was null and void, because you're supposed to give someone who's under your payroll the opportunity to do better. You're supposed to tell them that things are going the way that they need to go. You're not supposed to be like, oh, well, you know what this is supposed to be done, and how it's supposed to be done, and it wasn't being done the way I wanted it to, the satisfaction, and so you're fired. And yes, I didn't do it myself. I had my manager do it because yes, I can do that. That's not an issue. And because the Candy was coming off like, oh, like, wait a minute, Candy. I get it, you're hurt because this is someone you did see as a coworker, an employee, and also a friend. And so I get him trying to do this to you, especially after all that other stuff. That wasn't right, and that wasn't professional of him. But if you didn't go and forewarn him that his quality of work was trash at this point and he needed to do better or else he can be replaced, then I don't agree with the way that he was let go. Now, on to, because the house she was coming off, I'm like, damn, what did he do to you? What did he really do to you? Now they're not going to work together, which is perfectly fine. I have no issues with that. Portia invites Todd over, her Todd, and she's telling him about this vaginal rejuvenation and how, remember when I was younger and it was right in time, like, wait, this Portia, she really just say it on TV, talk about when she was and it was right in time. I was like, well, no, it's still tight, but it can be tighter. So I'm going to do that for you, baby, because I love you. I'm like, oh, okay. Portia and Todd looked like a cute couple. That could be nice. We'll see. Why does Sheree go to this like CrossFit meets action-packed movie hero set? Because that's what I thought it was. I thought maybe Sheree was going to be in the movie or something. But no. She invites Bob because they have to go to the wall, running up these walls, jumping from these high platforms. Bob had this look up. What type of witchcraft foolery do you have me doing? I said I wanted to lose weight, not die. Sheree's like, you know, Bob and I could entertain a relationship again if he gets himself together, including his body. I'm like, okay, that's cute, cool. If that's your storyline for the season for the most part, then that's fine. And I was irked because I'm thinking, Sheree, you could have had cameras going. Well, no, not this, because this is your first time doing it. But you could have had cameras going and, you know, put out a video and promote the business. And I've just seen all these ways that she can make money. I'm thinking, damn, if I was her manager, she would be rolling in it right now. She would be rolling in it. And I wouldn't even need the normal 5 to 10%. Just give me 2-3%. 2-3% of a couple of 100,000. That's, well, we're going to need to get into the millions. But you see where I'm coming from? Yeah. So, I mean, she was doing it. She had to do like the monkey bars, jump up. She missed that second one. She touched it, and then she fell down. I was like, oh, dang, that looked like it hurt. Now, why did have Bob go up that wall? I respect it because Bob, he is, well, he was an athlete, so he was able to do the wall thing. He got up there. I was like, okay, Bob. When she told him to jump from that high platform, I said, no, God. Nope. God, nope, we need to stop that. I'm wondering if Bob takes like either appetite suppressants or a pill to speed up his metabolism, because I've never seen anyone sweat the way Bob does. And I get it. If he's trying to lose weight, then it makes sense because his heart's like boom, 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 boom. Wait, 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 wait. It's interesting because Sheree goes and tells him about the book deal that she has, because she gets a call from the person, and the person's like, so why haven't I gotten the your alterations? Why? Because she's in a nice way. It's like, well, we have a deadline. I'm going to see you on Monday, and it's going to be done, right? She's like, oh, yeah, of course. No, I need that by Monday. Okay, thank you, bye. I'm like, you better get that done for Monday. She sounds very nice, but it didn't sound like she was playing around. You have a deadline to meet. But Bob had to look up, oh, no, you and your associates. One of the associates is going to be made after Nene. You know, someone who's going to be borderline like a friend of me. A friend of me that did whatever it takes to get ahead. I'm like, oh god, this might actually be interesting. And I say might actually because I'm envisioning this as, believe it or not, aside from Sheree and all her antics that we enjoy on TV, I don't see her really as malicious or anything. So I don't think this book will come off as malicious. It may come off as very suggestive, and that might piss people off depending on what she's suggesting, but we'll see. We shall see. But I was just like, you know, I'm proud of you for doing this in that house, because that She by Sheree thing, yeah, we don't talk about that anymore. Oh, okay. Jess, who comes up to, what's her name? Phaedra's place of business. Clearly, I'm like, the cameras were here, Phaedra, so what is it? Oh, yeah, I forgot what they do nowadays. The camera's there, but they don't get told what's happening ahead of time anymore. Yeah, so they don't have time to prep. Their reactions are real now, because Real Housewives of Atlanta now has them go and just be sprung up at people. It's like, okay, here's the camera crew. This is your call time. Just be there. Be there, ready to go. And it's like, for what? Be there and ready to go. That's all you need to know. That's how they do it nowadays. Johnny goes... he goes over to Phaedra because he wants to let her know, you know, I got wrongfully terminated. I was informed by not my boss, but by her, by the manager that she has in place. And, you know, I did a little bit of everything. And Phaedra said, wait a minute, you know, this is a modern day slavery now, child. I was like, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I did a little bit of everything. And he was like, yeah, because you did the stuff with the wedding. That was great. It's like, yeah, thank you. But do you think I have a case? Because I wasn't told ahead of time, you know, that my performance was lacking or anything like that. And that's my thing. This is very messy. This is very messy, and I feel like you tell me you couldn't have a separate conversation with Candy without her goons around and just say, you know, I just feel it's wrong. Can I get another chance, another opportunity? I'm sorry if, or for this slipping or for that slipping. If that's going to be the case. But you going to Phaedra has this making looking like, okay. So you went to the person that she knows she's having issues with right now. Like, you're not making this case, you're not making the case for yourself any better. Is this great for TV? Yes. Is this really messy? Yes. Did even Phaedra say, I can't represent you? I'll send you to someone else who can represent you if you're really serious about this, but I'm not getting involved with this because Katie's already telling some of my secrets. I can't ever tell all of them. I can't have her telling all of them. So I think it was messy how he did it. But again, if he was really wrongfully terminated, which is possible, we'll see. We'll see what comes out of that. Because you're supposed to at least give people the opportunity to do better if she didn't already do that directly. Not the whole indirect, well, you could do this or could do that. No, sometimes you need to tell people, this is where you're messing up, you need to do better. Like that. Plain and simple. Plain and simple. Why? So they're down south, well, near south. So they're down by Peter's because they're in this hotel room. 1 minute after Kenya and Cynthia talk, Kenya gets some messages. Now, it wasn't just Matt directly, it was also online. Matt has been saying stuff to Kenya and borderline threatening her and saying, if I see you with another man, if you go there in general, if you keep playing around with me, see what happens. That's essentially the story that he's trying to pitch to Kenya, and Kenya's very nervous and very concerned. She's not sure if she can even go to Peter's thing because she doesn't know if Matt's going to be there. And I'm looking at this like, Kenya, now this isn't your fault, but are you still in contact with Matt? Like, are you in real contact with Matt? Because my next question would be, why? This doesn't make any sense. You need to tell him to leave you alone and you leave him alone, and that's it. Now, Peter's club, it looks nice. Now, I wish they did like an aerial view or like a wide angle view so that we could see the entire club at once. But, you know, it looked like people were there to be seen. You know, a lot of black people there looking to be seen. And it looked nice. It looked cool. I was like, okay, Peter. Okay. And that makes sense to do it down there because club scenes are huge. 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 And not like regular clubs. So, that's perfect. And you know, Cynthia comes in. Peter's like, oh, Cynthia looking good. I'm not sure why she's here, though. But Cynthia looking good. And Cynthia, she's like, I need to talk to you. It's about Kenya. She may not show up. It's like, wait, what? What's going on? And, you know, the whole time, Peter's just looking at Cynthia like, yeah, that's my baby. I mean, that's my ex-baby. Yeah, just keep talking. Just keep talking. Damn, you look good. And Cynthia was like, you know, Peter looking good. Peter looking really good. I'm thinking, Cynthia, you two are just feeling a certain way. This is what happens. This is the afterglow of divorce. When people, you know, are stressed out in a relationship and they don't even realize it. Oh, when that burden gets lifted off of you, you look 5 to 10 years younger. It's just facts. It's facts. So if you're like in your teens, you look like a baby. It is what it is. And now Cynthia fills him in on the fact that she doesn't think Kenya's going to show up because Matt's been acting crazy. And the thing is, Kenya told Peter to actually revoke Matt's tickets because Peter was going to pay for Matt to come down here. And I'm thinking, oh wow, that's actually really nice. But she said no, with them not being in a good headspace, I don't know if it's right for them to be there. She doesn't want there to be any drama. And I'm thinking, he was invited in the first place and you were also invited, so it's going to be drama regardless. Now, while Cynthia's talking to Peter, Kenya actually pulls up. So then, it's like, Kenya pulls up, Matt pulls up. Kenya pulls up, Matt pulls up. Kenya pulls up, Matt pulls up. So they're not in so it was See, that's where I figured out. I said, you know what? I'm going to give Kenya the benefit of the doubt. This is production. Production thinks that they're slick this season. Production went and said, Matt, so you're still coming down? Okay, so if you are, come by this time. This is when Kenya's going to come, or this is the time that you need to come. You want to confront Kenya? This is the time to do it. Because they actually have the right to do that. When you sign those contracts, because I read one of those contracts before, they have the right to do that. They have the right to do so much. So I really think that they're feeding him the other information as far as this is the time to do this is the time to do that, if you're going to do it. And so he gets there. Kenya, of course, is the one to talk to him. Her driver basically tries to tell him to go piss off. He goes, and he hits the driver in the face. At first, I didn't think it was real, but it was. And they both confirmed it. Because then, of course, Cynthia told Peter, you need to go out there right now because Matt's acting crazy. Matt leaves. Peter's like, are you cool, Kenya? No, because he's crazy. I don't understand what's going on. He's doing too much. I can't believe it. Matt punched the guy in the face because it's like he was pulling up the window and my face was in it. I'm thinking if someone's pulling up their window, you normally at least back up. You can yell and scream, maybe throw something in the car, but you don't normally still have your head like this. So I'm thinking that this guy was here like, okay, I'm done with this conversation, but Matt wasn't. Matt wasn't. Matt left. Matt truly does have issues. Yes, am I sure that Kenya is calling him or at least responding back, and so that's sending mixed messages or maybe initiating certain conversations. But him physically doing all this stuff does show that he has issues. And Pierce is like, yeah, you need to go and dead this because this is making you look bad. This is making you look crazy. You're doing a little bit too much. Please like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think. That whole Matt thing, that whole Kenya thing. At this point, because Kenya's just like, he's such a good guy. He's such a good guy. He's such a... and I really thought we had something. I was really trying to make it work, which means that you were still in contact with him, which means that you possibly could have been, in his mind, stringing him along. Now, him physically doing this stuff is not acceptable, but you still communicating with him isn't either.